Hey y'all, Sean here, noob of all trades from Two Generations Gaming, and in this video I'm going to be introducing a new series that I'm putting together. It's one that I've thought about for a while, 2 or 3 years now, something like that, ever since I read the book, and I'm finally having the time and the energy to put it all together. Let me explain. I'm calling this series Following in Wade's Footsteps. It's based on the novel Ready Player One and the egg hunt that they went through in the book. Why am I doing this? Well, to quote them when they talk about Everest, why do you climb Everest? Because it's there. I really enjoyed the book. I know there's some, at least when I did a little bit of research on the book, there was some controversy surrounding the book, but I enjoyed at least the first one. Never read the second one because I heard that it was not nearly as good. So I enjoyed the first book, and I got the idea to follow in the challenges. I even bought the Rush album. I got some silver origami paper so I could do the origami challenge. And then it got shelved for various reasons, but like I say, I now have the time to put it together. The plan is to take one challenge per month. It will take me about a year, I figure, based on the planning document that I put together. Each challenge will be unique and as close as possible to what they had to do in the book. First up is the copper key. For the first challenge, I need to make it through the Tomb of Horrors. It's probably the most famous Dungeons and Dragons module dungeon of all time. And it is not only designed to kill you, but it is designed to humiliate you in nearly every way possible. How am I going to do this? Well, the original module is almost 30 years old. It's based on the first edition of AD&D, which I, like most people, now play with the 5th edition. So I came up with a compromise to make the module as close to the original as possible, but also make it more accessible to a modern audience. I'm going to use the original module as written back in 1978, and I used the 5th edition to build my character in order to more easily reference the different spells and abilities that I will need to use. And who is this character? Well, I wanted to base the character as much on myself while still having the story, magic, and mystique of Dungeons and Dragons. So what I ended up doing was I took a 140 question quiz that I found online, survey that I found online. Is that overkill? Yes, definitely. But it also gave me an answer. So that helped me to figure it out. I got a 6th level chaotic good druid. What's really interesting is that's probably the perfect choice to take on the Tomb of Horrors. Druids represent life, balance, nature. The dungeon represents death, artifice, imbalance. Walking into this thing, I am diametrically opposed to it. Not only will that give me an advantage, but it could give me a significant disadvantage as well. In that vein, I obviously have to pick the appropriate spells and cantrips to enter the dungeon and survive. As you can see, like I said, this is the actual dungeon. I don't have an actual book for the dungeon, but I did find it online, and I will be using the book as written. Every trap, every encounter, every save will be as the original book intended with my 5th edition character. What's next? In the next video, I will descend into the dungeon. That very first entry point, you will see me until I either die or make it through the dungeon. This is not a walkthrough. This is a record of me attempting the dungeon. Obviously, if I make it to the end, great. But if I don't, I'll have to figure out, I don't know, maybe some kind of point system or something to keep track of this. That way, if I don't make it out, I can still move on. And this wasn't all for vain. But in the next video, I enter the dungeon and we'll see how far I get. That's it for this first entry in my so-called Gunter's journal. I also have a written journal that I can show off later, maybe in the next video. Also, I will show the spells that I picked to go into the dungeon. Please join me on this journey. If you want to do something similar, drop your experience in the comments, and let's have some fun. See you in the next video. Bye, guys. We are two guys gaming. First up is the copper key. My cats are going to be obnoxious. Yeah, it would be annoying. Gotta love cats.